Hello world, welcome or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Tuesday, September 17, 2019, and I'm here today with an update on Robert Sylvester Kelly. But before I get started, shout out to Nia Marie, my subby, for the video. He was in court today, as you can see. Looks like he lost a lot of weight, got a few more gray hairs, which are warranted based on the fact that he's been in jail since July 11th. The sound is really low on the video. So just to summarize what happened in court, the judge made some decisions today. Judge Flood asked if they were ready to move forward, and the prosecution responded that the Chicago PD is still missing materials for that they've been waiting on. The judge asked what type of materials, and they said reports. So they said once they have that, they'll be ready to move forward. He then asked the defense about their discovery. Did everything look in order? And Greenberg responded that they have been inundated with materials, but that they're getting through it. Regarding bond, the judge basically said it's a moot point, and that was not only in regard to the bond increase that the prosecution requested, but also in regard to the house arrest or the change of heart in the actual bond itself. The judge said that he can't possibly let R. Kelly out if the two federal judges in the Illinois Northern District and the Brooklyn Federal Court are not allowing him bond. So he said it's a moot point for that, as well as for the bond increase. If anything changed with those judges, then they could come back and argue their cases again. But for now, he said he will remain in custody. So again, no increase in bond and no release. The prosecution had argued that there has been multiple additional sex charges filed since their initial request for bond, and the defense argued that, for house arrest, and it was a weak argument. So he said no pretrial services, which is the house arrest, just in case there's any confusion out there. He says no. There was another situation addressed in the court, and that is that his quote-unquote friend, Valencia Love, wants her $100,000 back that she voluntarily used to bond him out in the first place. The judge allowed her attorney to argue his case, and he said that she fears she's going to lose her money. The judge asked if she read the bond slip and then proceeded to read the bond orders. He said he's never seen something like this happen in his court before, where you can just come in and ask for your bond back because you don't like how things are going. He told her attorney that he could come back and request it again if he had any more substantive evidence that he should, any type of precedence that he could justify giving this bond back. But in the meantime, she's out of the bond, and they moved on to the next topic. Greenberg had asked to waive R. Kelly's appearances for future non-substantive court dates. And the judge did agree that his next appearance could be waived, and that court date is December 4th. Not sure about the other cases. We really haven't heard anything yet. But for now, this is what's happening in the state case where he has, I believe, 21 indictments that he's facing in Cook County. The Chicago Tribune summarized things in an article, so I'm going to read that just so we're clear on everything that's happening. So it says here, the judge declines to increase bond for R. Kelly or give $100,000 back to woman who posted his bail. A Cook County judge on Tuesday declined to increase the $1 million bond for singer R. Kelly on his pending sex abuse cases, and also shot down an unusual bid by a woman who posted Kelly's bond in February, who now wants her $100,000 back. But Circuit Judge Lawrence Flood declined to do so, calling the request a moot point, given that Kelly is already being held without bond on both the federal indictments. The judge also rejected a bid by Valencia Love for the return of her $100,000, saying that she has no legal basis to ask for her bail money back at this point. Love's attorney argued in a 4-page motion that made no sense for money to sit in a deposit if Kelly's going to be held without bond in the two federal cases anyway. Love is a restaurateur who described herself in court paperwork filed in February as Kelly's friend. In the motion, attorney John Collins wrote that Love was unaware of any additional ongoing investigations at the time she posted the bond. Collins said in court that Love was worried she now is in jeopardy of losing that money. After court, Collins said Love also paid about $50,000 in back child support for Kelly when he was briefly locked up for that debt in March. He said that she had agreed to help Kelly with the understanding that he would pay the money back while out on bond awaiting trial. She's a small business owner and she's now out that money, he said. It says Love 47 of Romeoville could not be reached for comment. It says Kelly 52 appeared in court dressed in an orange gel jumpsuit issued by the Federal Metropolitan Correctional Center, where he's currently being housed. He kept his hands behind his back and did not speak during the brief hearing. As he was led out of the courtroom, Kelly turned toward supporters in the gallery and nodded slightly. The article went on to just describe some of Greenberg's words after the court hearing. You know, he lies a lot, so it's no need in even repeating what he has to say. It went on to also summarize the things he's facing for separate indictments in Cook County, yada, yada, yada. So with that being said, what we know now is that he is going to remain in custody. He will not be going on house arrest. He is going to be waived for the next appearance, and the next court date is December 4th. There's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes, so you know this is going to be continuing like this until they get to the meat of the pre-trial, which is the jury selection and that type of thing. I'll put the link to the actual video in the description. You can go watch for yourself and listen for yourself. A lot of you may be bored by it, but it is very interesting if you're actually following the case. I'm going to end this here, but before I do, I'm going to say this. I'm coming back live because I actually was challenged on my last live. The title of that live is R. Kelly is Not Jesus, Stop It. And I guess it triggered some people. So I was actually called out by a YouTuber. And I never run from a challenge, so I'm going to actually address some of the things that she had to say. So hopefully you tune in. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now and click the bell so you can get the notifications. Like this video so I know you were here. Go ahead and comment also. You know, you can always find me there. If you know me, you know I'll be in there to either love what you say or hate what you say. And I will comment back also. Anyway, till next time, peace.